Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, yet nobody seems to care? On a crowded Manhattan sidewalk, a small gold coin rolls into the light and spins with a desperate clink against the concrete. It shimmers under the sun, practically begging for someone to stop and pick it up. But as thousands of busy shoes hurry past, the little coin is left spinning alone, exhausted from trying to prove its value to a world that won't look down. The little gold coin was desperate. It didn't want to be just another piece of metal on the ground. It wanted to be special. It wanted to be loved. So it used the rough dust of the street to polish its face, rubbing against the pavement until its edges felt sore. It moved itself inch by inch, searching for the perfect spot where the afternoon sun would hit its surface, hoping to catch someone's eye with a brilliant flash of light. Suddenly, a pair of expensive leather shoes marched toward it. This was the moment. The coin wiggled, wedging itself right under the man's heel. It thought, once he feels me, he'll realize how precious I am. He'll pick me up and show the world he found something truly valuable. But the man didn't smile. He stumbled, his face twisting with irritation. "Useless junk," he hissed, flicking the coin away with a sharp kick. The gold coin flew through the air and landed with a cold splash in the dark, dirty water of a gutter. It lay there in the mud, feeling shattered. Its golden shine was now covered in filth. "I am gold," it whispered to the shadows, its voice trembling. "I tried so hard to be perfect for them. I did everything I could to be noticed. Why do they treat me like I'm a problem? Why am I not enough to be liked?" Deep in the shadows of the gutter, the gold coin sat in the wet mud, its heart heavy with shame. "I tried everything," it sobbed. "I polished my face. I stood in the sun, but they still hated me." "That's because you were trying to buy them," a calm voice whispered from the darkness. The gold coin startled. Resting against a discarded candy wrapper was an old nickel. It was dented, its silver surface scratched and dull. Yet it sat there with a strange sense of peace. "Buy them?" the gold coin asked, wiping away a muddy tear. "I didn't have any money to give. I am the money." The old nickel chuckled softly. "You were trying to bribe them with your shine. You wanted to trade your sparkle for their approval. But when you spend your life trying to be what everyone wants, you end up belonging to no one." "But isn't being ignored the worst thing?" the gold coin protested. "I want to be valued. I want to be liked by everyone who sees me." The nickel looked up at the small patch of sky visible through the grate. "To be liked by everyone is a heavy prison, little one. You become a slave to their eyes. You move when they want you to move. You shine when they want you to shine. But here, in the dark, I am free. I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to be bright." "You're happy? Being stuck in a gutter?" the gold coin asked, confused by the absurdity of it. "I am happy because I no longer care if the shoes above me stop or keep walking," the nickel replied. "The moment you accept that some people will never pick you up is the moment you finally stop rolling for them. That is the freedom of not being liked. It is the only way to find out who you really are when the sun isn't shining on you." The gold coin became very quiet. For the first time, it stopped trying to rub the mud off its face. It looked at the dented nickel and realized that the old coin wasn't ugly. It was simply at rest. The old nickel looked at the gold coin with eyes that had seen many years. Long ago, the nickel began, a young boy picked me up. He was so happy. He ran to a shop to buy a piece of chocolate, but the man behind the counter just shook his head. "This isn't enough," he said. The boy was so disappointed that he threw me into the mud and ran away crying. The gold coin whispered, "That sounds terrible. You must have felt so small." "I did," the nickel replied, "until a mechanic found me. He was working on a large machine that was about to break because of a tiny, vibrating gap. He didn't care that I was old or that I couldn't buy chocolate. He saw that I was exactly the right thickness. He wedged me into that gap, and suddenly the machine was perfect. To the child, I was a disappointment. To the mechanic, I was a lifesaver." The nickel paused, letting the sound of the city above fill the silence. "Your value, little one, is not measured by how many hands want to grab you. It is measured by how useful you are to the person who actually needs you. When you try to buy everyone's love with your shine, you lose your true purpose. Real freedom starts the moment you accept that some people will always walk past you." The gold coin felt a strange sense of peace. For the first time, it didn't feel the need to spin or flash its gold. It simply lay still, letting the dust settle on its surface like a warm blanket. It was no longer waiting for a compliment. It was waiting for its purpose. From today's short story, we learn a simple but powerful truth. You are not a coin that everyone has to put in their pocket. If someone walks past you, or even if they dislike you, it is not your fault. It is simply nature's way of filtering your path, helping you find the people who truly belong in your world and value you for who you are. When you stop trying to buy the world's approval with your shine, you finally gain the freedom to be yourself. Stop living to please everyone and start living the life that belongs to you. If you know someone who is feeling the weight of other people's opinions today, please share this story with them. Stay authentic, stay calm, and find your own peace. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next lesson.